Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures continued, issue number 15 from IDW. This is Enter the Pantheon, part 1 of 2. So, in the last issue, we had the Turtles taking out Oog, and they were fighting like alternate versions of their enemies. And one of their enemies was an enemy from the future, which was the Rat Queen. And that's where she comes in here, where we have a group of alien crime syndicates, and they basically have been monitoring the turtles, and they want to use Earth as a base for their crime because they're like, well, the thing about Earth is that it's such a backwater planet. The intergalactic police don't really even know about it. So we'll be able to use it as a base for a long time. We can like hold stuff there. We can smuggle things there. It's just basically a great hideout. But we have to deal with the turtles. We cannot underestimate the turtles because they've been able to take out aliens before. They've been able to take out Oog. Like they've been able to take out a lot of things that are considered threats. They beat an imp with limitless power twice. They beat a guy from the dream dimension. They beat a guy from a warlord from Dimension X. These are backwater mutants with primitive weapons, and yet they've been able to do this. So we have to be very, very careful about how we handle them. And so we're going to try to exploit their weakness. And so the leader decides to call his henchmen and says, hey, I need you to get the Troubleadors. Like, I got a job for them. And that's when we cut to New York City, where the turtles have just finished beating up a gang. And a portal opens up, and the Troubleadors appear. And the Troubleadors look something like straight out of medieval times. Like, they're just like bards. And they are able to create like a shield around themselves. So the turtles like, well, we can't attack them with the shield, but we can like just pick them up and just start throwing them around. Because the shield, like, it protects them from being hit, but it doesn't protect them from being grabbed. So they just start like picking up these dudes and throwing them around. And then that's when the crime syndicate shows up, and they pretend to be good. They pretend that they're tracking down the Troubleadors, even though they're the ones that hire them. And so they use their weapons to attack the Troubleadors and teleport them away. And then they introduce themselves as the Pantheon, and they say that they're basically like, they're like intergalactic heroes, and they've been watching the turtles, and they think that, you know, we can use your help. Like you've been able to defeat warlords and omnipotent beings. We need you to help us. And then all of a sudden, Michelangelo wakes up, and he's on a disco floor with everybody that he knows. So he looks around, he sees Leatherhead and Krang and Shredder dancing with April and Splinter and Chrome Dome and Rennet, and he's just like, okay, what the hell is going on? Like, one moment I'm talking to these Pantheons on top of a skyscraper building, and now all of a sudden I'm on a dance floor with Shredder. Like, what just happened here? And his quote unquote brothers show up and tell him like, hey man, we're chilling out, we're celebrating because we just took on an epic battle and we saved the entire universe. So now we're just having a good time. And Michelangelo's like, oh, sweet. Like everything I've ever dreamed of. So where's the pizza, bros? And his brother's like, pizza, what's that? And that's when Michelangelo realizes, okay, something's going on here. It should have tipped him off that he woke up on the dance floor with Shredder doing the chicken dance. But the fact that there's no pizza, that's what like really brings up to mind that like, oh, okay, something's really fishy here. And it turns out that the Pantheon are evil. I mean, they are evil. They were pretending to be good so that they can capture the turtles and basically throw them in this vat where they get to live out like their dream. Basically, they're in the dream world so that they won't try to fight and escape. And with them imprisoned in this dream world, there's no one to protect Earth. And the Pantheon can basically use it as their crime base. So Michelangelo is the one that wakes up because of the fact that there's no pizza. And so the Pantheon's like, well, the guy who we underestimated the most is actually the one that is causing us the most trouble. kind of wondering where this is going to go because this is part 1 of 2. So you're telling me you're going to conclude the entire story by the next issue? That seems kind of interesting. I don't know how you're going to pull that one off. Unless this is just like the introduction arc to the Pantheon. And then after the next issue, we're going to get like another arc dealing with the fallout. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Then again, Saturday Morning Adventures usually tends to be like episodic or just like little mini arcs. Kind of, similar to how the cartoons were. But yeah, I thought this was interesting, where we basically have a universal crime syndicate working together to take out the turtles. I will say that I'm a little bit bummed that we're doing the dream thing again, because I feel like we've done that too many times lately. Like we had the Crazy Eddie situation, and then we just had Oog. Well, we had Oog, then we had Crazy Eddie, and then we just had Oog again. So we've already done like dream-like, things before. Can we do something different? Can we just go in a different direction rather than the turtles having to go, fighting the way out of a dream world in some way? Can we do something maybe more grounded on Earth? Because we've done a lot of space stuff lately. Space stuff and time dimensional stuff. I kind of want to see them just taking on like a grounded opponent on Earth rather than having to go overblown with dream worlds, alternate reality, different time zone, outer space. I get that stuff was in the cartoons, and I'm totally fine with you doing that. But it's just we've just had nothing but that back to back to back to back to back. So I would like to just see like an arc or even just one issue where we just have like a more grounded story where it's just the turtles taking out like a foe that's on Earth, and we don't have to have space and time and dreams and things like that getting involved. That's just my personal opinion on that. I don't know, maybe your difference, but yeah, I'm kind of done with the whole dream stuff. I'm hoping we can do something else. Also, I found it interesting that the Rat Queen played like a bigger part in the last issue, and here she's just a footnote. Like she's not even the leader of this crime syndicate. She's just one of many. So I wonder like if she gonna play a bigger role in the next issue or something. Maybe the arc afterwards she's gonna have a bigger role. She was representing the enemies from the Turtles' future in the last arc. But here she's not, I mean she's the enemy, but she's not like the main focal point for the enemy group. Like Old Hob is the main leader of this group. So I'm hoping we see more with her, I guess. So yeah, I'm just kind of rambling at this point. It was a good issue. I know I kind of nitpicked at it and kind of critiqued the whole like dream stuff again, but whatever. Like overall, it was fine. Good artwork. Well, I say good artwork, but like artwork, similar to the cartoons. Some humor though, not as much humor as in previous issues. And yeah, I guess an arc that I'm not fully behind. Like the whole idea of a universal crime syndicate is pretty cool. It's just I'm kind of tipped out when it comes to universal space, time, dreams. As I said before, I'm just kind of done with that. So hopefully we get to see something new with the next arc. But yeah, there you go. There's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures Continued, issue number 15 by IDW. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still want to thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next one is more to your liking. With that said, thank you once again, and I hope you guys and gals have a good one. Later.